Welcome back to SoluPod, a podcast where we discuss and share insight about how technology has been able to transform the distribution and manufacturing industry in Kenya. Today, I've been joined by my guest. Let me let him introduce himself. Let me not butcher his title.
Okay, so hi guys. I am NJUGUNA, a data scientist at Solutech. I am adept at advancing AI systems and integrating AI into existing softwares and expanding ethical AI use for African businesses and sales distribution.
Thank you, Dan, so much. Now, from his introduction, you've been able to get some of the kind of topic you're going to talk about. On my end, my name is Dorcas Ayuma. I'll be a host for this episode. And just to be able to... And the topic that we'll be discussing today is going to be about how AI is transforming the sales execution landscape in Kenya. And taking a look on what my guest does, we believe he has knowledge on, and he's been working. He's part of Solutech team, and we've been working with him in terms of he has real-time information on how the landscape has been evolving over time. With that said, Dan, let us just dig into the conversation on how, for you to be able to share the information that you have. How are you feeling today?
Well, feeling good. Excited about the conversation today.
Yeah. I believe also our guests are excited or on what we are going to share. AI has been such a buzzword in the industry.
Okay.
A lot has been said. We have so many. The last weekend I was at an AI in sales event where a lot of nuggets were shared, a lot of information was shared. However, from where you stand, could you like to tell us how AI has evolved over the, let me say, for the past 5 years? Because I remember the first time I heard about AI, we heard about ChatGPT. But right now, there's so many other AI tools that are in the market. And maybe just to shed some light and clear the noise, what could you like to say about AI and how it's transforming sales?
Well, AI is a very exciting tool, product, assistant. It's a lot of things. And AI in sales comes in to assist people be more effective, avoid or reduce their time on redundant work, like, the repetitive tasks. And of course, in sales, it's more about generating impact, increasing revenue opportunity, and increasing growth opportunities for companies that utilize AI. So when I talk of AI in sales, I think of the opportunity that AI has for revenue growth in companies that utilize it, especially in the FMCG chain. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so far, which AI, let's be precise in terms of sales, which AI tool could you or have you heard that is being utilized in the industry in terms of sales?
Would I mention an AI tool and ignore some of the tools that we have internally?
No.
That is just asking a question and then I proceed. Should I?
No,
Can I mention one?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I think recently we have had Ask Eva or Eva AI, which is an AI tool which is assisting in data analysis for field management, for merchandising data, for van selling data. So technically, that's one of the tools that I've heard of and I know people are now using and is moving on quite well in the market. Of course, there are other advancements from other companies about the applications for AI. Of course, all revolving around conversational AI for sales, agentic AI for sales, and now traditional or classical machine learning or AI for sales as well. So it's a very diverse application for AI right now. Especially right now, people are so much excited about large language models. But there is so much opportunity for AI.
What do you mean when you say large language models?
Wow.
Maybe for our listeners, honestly, even me, I'm being the host.
Okay.
Shameless plug. But trust you may don't know what you mean when you say.
Okay, so LLMs or large language models are actually, I feel the bubble that most people are in right now for AI is as a result of AI of LLMs. For the past 5 years, as you mentioned earlier when we were starting, is what when you're talking of ChatGPT, it's generally an LLM. It's a large language model. So that's how I would easily make it without going to the technical details of its implementation. And that's what now many people now describe as AI. Well, there is so much about AI that people maybe don't even talk about because we have been engulfed within the LLM space.
Yeah. Quite interesting. So on my end, maybe just for also our listeners, maybe just to be able to bring it back to home, because there's so many other AI tools that there's so many other AI tools that are outside here. Maybe just to make it more impactful to now the people who need to use it. Let's talk of, share with us maybe 3 impacts that AI, people who are using AI need to expect. Maybe, for example, in the context of now who we work with, the FMCGs and manufacturers, what are some, in case they onboard these systems, what are some of the impacts are they going to expect?
Okay.
Yeah?
First of all is alleviating or running away from manual processes. Like you've been maybe receiving purchase orders as, documents or maybe as WhatsApp text, and how do you process them to become actual orders that are in your ERPs or whatever systems that people use for order management? That's one of the applications that I've seen that technically has been working very well for AI or LLMs. We can also say retail or other merchandising applications. So maybe that's actually in computer vision. So maybe you want to have visibility for what products are moving in retail stores, what products are competing with your products in these retail stores. That's a second application, right? For AI. The other one I would also mention is analysis. I think it is coming up as a very strong it's a very strong application of AI and very insightful as well, because it is enabling faster insight generation and reducing. Analysis has come off as one of the strongest recent advancement in application of AI for FMCG and distributor companies. So of course now you have a lot of access to data which you maybe have to go to analyst, or you may need an analyst to collect the data from your databases and warehouses, analyze it or visualize it for you in visualization tools like Power BI, and now then also maybe add notes for natural language insight for you for easy translation of those insights. And technically that has been a long turnover for people when analyzing data, or rather having insight from their own data. And generative AI in analysis has come up as a savior in analysis. So yeah, that's one, the third and the strongest, I believe, application of AI so far I've seen in sales automation.
Quite interesting. Now, just maybe to top up the cherry and make it maybe relatable to a salesperson. Now, from the conversation we're having around different tables, the other time I was, just as I have mentioned, in the summer training, I was for masterclass for sales in AI. And we were taught how AI is able to prospect. It helps through all the sales processes of a salesperson, all the way from prospecting till closing of the leads. So it's able to do a market research, get to understand the clients that are your target market.
Yeah, sure.
Even to an extent, it's able to program calls for you and read out emails for you as a salesperson, and even trigger the kind of conversation you're going to communicate to the person you're going to meet. It was quite interesting on how the AI, how the tool is so powerful, but now the problem is people don't know some of these tools exist. Most of them, they know of ChatGPT. The most recent right now they're using is Claude.
Claude, yeah.
Claude.
Yeah.
And without context of what exactly you need to what you need from these AI tools, I believe it will remain to be one of those buzzwords that everyone is rushing onto without getting to understand exactly what and how much and the depth of what AI can do for you as a salesperson. So maybe just to last and not the least, maybe you can help us shed some light on how, now you having told us about how efficient AI tool is, the kind of lack of a better word, good feedback that AI is giving into the market at the moment. We could like to know, through your experience, having worked with our clients and also through the kind of conversation you're having, what is the main one, or give us maybe two reasons why people are not utilizing AI enough? What are some of the blockers?
I think, first of all, some people, of course not all people, lack enough confidence in AI. Maybe they feel like it, of course, with data privacy, some will be limited with, maybe it comes to take away our data for, of course, for sensitive industries. That's a big issue, of course. Another one will be cost, of course. AI comes with a cost, and sometimes a very huge cost. So some people shy away from the cost. You're like, okay, now we're paying for Claude, and the cost, of course, will be rocketing every time because they are using a lot of resources, and people will shy away from the cost as well. Can I give a third?
Yeah.
Okay. And of course, last but not least is lack of adequate understanding of the product. So people don't really understand how much they require AI or how much AI can be in their processes. They just see AI as that conversational dashboard they are in when they're chatting with ChatGPT or Claude, but they don't see it being the agent working on their entire pipeline from maybe getting a lead to transforming that lead into, from getting a prospect into a lead. Yeah.
Quite interesting. Now, in your own words, how could you advise an organization to cap the gap? Now, the fact that you've spoken about the cost impact and lack of knowledge. Yeah?
Yeah.
So how can organization cap this gap?
In AI, so well, first of all is to to understand their own processes. Because again, if you want to apply AI into your processes, you need to understand it end to end. You need to understand that maybe when I am working, this is the first thing I start with in a day to where the process ends. Once you understand your processes, understand the inefficient parts of your process where you may be needing improvements, optimizations, you may be needing assistance, where so much time is wasted, maybe where so much human resource is wasted, or it's not so much of high quality work, and it requires maybe some higher efficiency. First, when you understand your workflow and then understand all these gaps in your workflow, then now you can easily integrate it into the processes. Yeah.
Maybe the last question, last but not the least. Okay. Now, as you introduced yourself, you said you're a data scientist, yeah?
Yeah.
So when it comes to AI, there's already AI.
Sure.
But one of the things that we've been able to experience as an organization, as we reinforce AI to our clients, has been the aspect of integration has quite come up. So you'll feel there's so much, because organizations have systems which they need to work seamlessly. So you'll find people want to integrate it maybe with their CRM, maybe with their payments, because we need a one system that is integrated. Yeah. How will you say, because one of the key issue that has really stood out, and I know there's some director or some finance team somewhere who's trying to say, now you want me to give you all access to my spreadsheets, access to my database. How are they safe? How can we give them that your data is safe, to give them the surety that your data is safe, and we as an organization, it's a plus. It's a plus on your end. It's not something that is taking it away.
Okay, so one thing about AI, in the technical implementation, and abstracting the technical explanations of how AI has been implemented, but technically there are guardrails implemented inside the AI models. So you find of course, the first layer of any system that has to be built, you have to think security first. So even when we are building our tools, we have to think that, is this tool safe enough that when data comes through it or when data is coming into it, it is not exposed, to malicious actors. Even when it's not to malicious actors, it's still in the wrong hands. That's a violation of data privacy and data protection. So the first thing is to think of security in the implementation, and it's an assurance that any AI system implemented has to adhere to very strict security standards. Second is, of course, they are protected by Data Privacy Act. Before we go even to data privacy, I'll talk about guardrails. I remember I mentioned it. So guardrails are implemented in AI. So a guardrail now is not the security layer. It's a restriction to the AI for what it can do with the information it has or the data it has. So you find maybe if we use a tool like Claude at an organizational or enterprise level, we must have an SLA agreement. So which is a binding legal document that says, if you have access to my data, you cannot train your models on it. You cannot share it with other people, because the moment a model lands with your data, of course it will share it. But of course, when we are using these tools, the important part is to make sure if the data is enterprise, there is an SLA to guide that data. And that also narrows down to now data privacy. And finally, guardrails, right? So the guardrails are technically like, you cannot come to an AI and ask it, hey, I want to access IUMA's data, and it gives you access to it. Well, honestly, it does have access to your data, but I cannot access your data by asking it about you, because there is a guardrail that already prevents it. It's like there's a security guard at the door checking, your ID is not IUMA, so why are you asking about IUMA, and prevents you from reaching
Actually, on
that.
that note, please note, guys, listeners, if you're a client, you need to check our EVA AI as a solution. So let me bring it back to Dan. The other day, as we were doing our demos, I tried to asking Eva, who's our AI, about sharing with me as our clients' data. Are we safe at this rate? I don't think that one needs to be some information that it could not be able to share. It hit me back with information like, we are not able to share this data. So you can imagine how AI is evolving. Had you finished answering your question?
I had, yeah.
Anyway, for our listeners, the last question, Dan has been quite techy. He's a very techy person. However, we will try and bring it at home. Now, my last question will be, with the AIs around, I could like to know which is one of your best AI right now that you're using, and
Okay.
how well have you customized that to an extent it knows who NJUGUNA is. The reason why I'm asking this, there's so many AIs in the field, yes. We already established that. The other day, as in the sales masterclass that I was in, excuse me, I was taught how now Claude is able to reply to my email, how I'm able to create different projects on clouds that have different personas. And I just tried it. The last time I was on leave, I used my phone for it to reply emails. And you can imagine where my question is like, where is our generation heading to? Anyway, let's tackle it back. What is your best AI? Which is your best AI? And how have you been able, the fact that even you can program?
Is it for technical implementation or just for daily use?
For NJUGUNA.
For NJUGUNA, since I've been a ChatGPT user for the longest, I am biased towards it. Of course,
Okay.
I understand because of the capabilities of Claude, many people are swinged towards it. Well, this is just opinion, right?
It is. I'll share mine.
Okay. Why ChatGPT? I've developed a personality with it for the last 4 years. So and of course, that's not for anything technical I do. Maybe when I'm trying to learn something new, it has already learned how I learn. So how I have made it know me better is there is always that option to customize AI. At personalization, there's an option for personalization. So I've made it know how I want it to answer my questions, how I want it to research on my behalf when I need to, how I need it to address me. In fact, because I'm a jocular guy, I love it addressing me like, Wemze. So
Wow.
it is always something it will do. You can even maybe wire it up to be something like a mentor. So for conversations, I prefer ChatGPT. For technical implementation, definitely Claude any day, and DeepSeek V3 and V4. I also prefer Quen. I have a long catalog of AI models I prefer. There's always which is stronger in what than the other. Claude is very good at tooling. Now that's what you're talking about, that it can reply your email.
Oh.
It can...
Or you call it tooling?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
called tooling.
Okay.
You can make it actually design you something on inside Figma. You can connect it to Figma, chat with it, and design something in Figma. It has a lot of tooling. It's very capable in tooling. And also, Claude is also very powerful at data analysis. It's a superpower. When it comes to when I want just opinion, not opinion that I want to so much listen to, is Gemini, of course.
Okay.
This is my opinion, please. Then,
It's a safe space.
okay, and finally, which other AI do I use actually? I use Quen for technical stuff as well as DeepSeek, and of course Big Pickle. That is not even well known. So
Okay.
those are the AI models I use.
Interesting. As a marketer, I will say I like ChatGPT, even the way it converses, the way, in terms of communication, language and terminologies, I prefer ChatGPT way much than Claude. Claude is just the most recent. I think it's just the buzz to me, but I mostly, even on my laptop tabs, you'll find Chatty and you'll find Perplexity. And since I'm in marketing, now Perplexity is very good with research.
Because of
It
web
will-
search?
Exactly.
Okay. I
Exactly.
understand.
So before we close, now as a Solutech team, I want you to, you've been on the background talking about building AI. We've walked through the journey. We're into the phase that now we are implementing it to our clients and any prospect outside there. Can you take us through what Eva AI is and how the sales in the manufacturers and distributors can be able to use it at this point?
Wow. Eva AI is a lot of things.
Okay.
And first, the first way you interact with it is it's a conversational agent. You just talk to it and, it responds to you from what you're asking. So it's a
You're
data
talking
analyst.
about Ask Eva?
Yeah.
Okay.
Eva AI.
Okay.
It's Ask Eva AI. I don't know.
Okay, so.
It's Eva AI, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so Ask AI or Eva AI is an analyst. It's how you would maybe have an analyst in your team and you're a director and you want to ask him, hey, which sales reps are performing well in the field today? And he'll immediately answer you, this person X is performing this is the match they have sold today, or this is the match they have made or collected in orders today. That's it as an analyst. It can also be a predictive assistant. So it can tell you, this set of clients are not doing well. Can you consider, maybe a promotion? Can you consider maybe visiting them, giving them a call? It will give you recommendations. So it becomes more of a predictive AI for marketing and for sales. And then it goes to being, it's technically that sales assistant you need in every process. Talk of merchandising, talk of data analysis, talk of logistics, route planning, talk of forecasting, everything. That's for Eva AI, the chatty one. Yeah.
Quite interesting. Thank you, Dan, for sharing your thoughts and insights. As you can see, our dear listeners, we've been working as technology, as a technical company. We believe markets keeps on evolving, and we need to come up with solutions that are able to fit the market, that are competitive into the market, and also make sales easier, not just in the sense of laziness, because that's what AI has been perceived to be doing if it's not used the right way, but just mostly of efficiency and being able to save your cost and also time. So that's how we are Solutech. We are able to go back to the drawing board and come up with a solution that right now we are calling Ask Eva. And it's a game changer for those people who are using it. They're able to testify. And for my closing remarks, is just to tell you, you need to learn, customize Eva, and give them context or give AI context, because that's where it's separating an informed AI, lack of a better sentence, an informed AI and a shallow AI, that you expect them to know what you want. You expect the tool to know what you want. You need to be able to, I say to me, an AI is just a baby that you need to write on each and every page. Give it context, then it will be able to give you exactly what you want. Make your arc easy, save yourself in cost in terms of sales. If you want to get to know more about Eva, visit our page, contact us. We'll be able to share more information about it. And also, this is one of the platforms that we will, as we go, the next episode, we will look into having an episode where now we talk about Eva. Eva has different features, different functionalities. We talk into details just to give the salesperson who's listening to us more context on how to utilize it and to their advantage. Maybe as a parting shot, what do you have to say about AI, Dan?
So AI is moving from being a buzzing, word in businesses in Africa to becoming their operating system. So companies that will be utilizing AI will win in the future, because they'll be able to make faster decisions, sell smarter, and be on tabs with trends with their customers, their reps, and their workforce. And of course, they will be able to give insight to their customers and move faster.
You've heard it from our team today, and that's it from us today. Looking forward for the next episode. Thank you. Kwaheri.